Bobby, up next we got Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Both wrestling guys, except the level of wrestling is from the sun all the way out to Pluto, the dwarf planet. These guys are not close. Bo is hot. Cody Brundage is cold. Bo, one of the best wrestlers in college wrestling history. I'm gonna say right now, the best wrestler in the UFC. I don't think anybody is as good of a wrestler as Bo, and people are pretty mad that Bo made it to the main card. And I'm gonna make a lot of people really mad here. He's one of the best fighters already on this card.
Wow.
I know we got a lot of former champions. I don't know if they're gonna ever be able to touch the height that Bo's gonna climb to, my guy. My guy, we're looking at first round finishes. 3 of his 4 fights have been under 103. This dude is finishing everybody. I have a zinger right here. Bo Nickal under 1.5 rounds. More like Bo Nickal under 1.5 minutes. And if you still took the under, you would still hit 3 out of 4 times. God damn. And you want to say, Ben, like, that's crazy. Like, all these champions, all these really great guys. Like, how can you even say Bo Nickal's one of the best UFC fighters on this card? The highest odds, the guy with the greatest odds, most likely to win, is Bo Nickal. I'm talking Anderson Silva, all the greats. We got Pereira here, Gaethje, Holloway, Cody Garbrandt. I still can't believe that guy was a champion. That just makes me laugh every time. But Bo Nickal is the highest odd favorite at minus 2,500. I believe his last fight, and he goes right back to it. Minus 2,100 now. It's insane. This guy's odds. Cody Brundage, we were against him when he was going against Reese, the hot new prospect. He body slammed Reese, surprised the hell out of us. It doesn't impress me, though. You beat a newbie. All right, Cody. Good luck with Bo. Good luck with Bo. I think they put him on here, so I'm gonna say this too. Be careful about. I've been saying this entire time, but when I say take the under 1.5 minute, maybe be careful. Maybe be careful about the totals in this fight, because this might be Bo Nickal using this to showcase how good he is. And instead of just going and subbing the dude in 30 seconds, it might be more impressive if he just stands and just beats the living piss out of our boy Cody Brundage. I don't see Brundage having a chance at all in this one. If I could see it either being he gets subbed in 30 seconds or he gets subbed maybe late in the second because Bo just wanted to beat the piss out of him. There's really these odds show that there's not a chance. That's because there isn't a chance for Brundage. Cody Brundage's best chance isn't to work on his grappling, because he could work on his grappling until the day he's in the grave. He's still not going to be as good as Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal is just that much better than these guys. So he's probably been working on punching. On when Bo comes in to shoot, see if I can catch him on the chin. That's going to be my only chance. I don't think he makes that connecting shot. Give me Bo Nickal. Give me the sub. I can't believe we're getting it at minus 120. I think part of that is because in Bo's last fight, he got the knockout. I think he was showing, he's subbed everybody so quick. I think he's showing, like, I'm not just a wrestler. Like, I can knock dudes out too. I can put them out with my fists. I think that was more of a kind of like a coming out fight. I think this is going to be his main coming out fight. What do you think?
In the words of Chael Sonnen, I'll offer you this. From his Wikipedia page, Brundage comes from an athletic family. His mother was on the U.S. Olympic team for biathlon, and his father was special forces. Brundage's youngest brother played lacrosse, and his sister plays soccer on the D1 level. He's married to former UFC fighter Amanda Brundage, who retired to get her nursing license. Family of dogs. Family of dogs that man's from. Doesn't even say what type of special forces. We're so fucking elite with this. So fucking top secret, spooky. Just says special forces. Name redacted. Top secret. Secret security clearance. And when you've been facing such stiff competition in your career in the UFC, stretching back to September 2021, like Cedricus Dumbass, Rodolfo Vieira, and Michel Oleksiejczuk, who KO'd you, Vieira, who arm triangle choked you, and Dumbass that unanimous decisioned you, and Nick Maximov that got a unanimous decision on you, and William Knight that TKO'd you, taking losses like that really does something to a man, really changes them, really makes him get that 1,000-yard stare. Fuck, he was the first man in the middleweight division to stop Jacob the Hype Train Malkin and his single leg from hell. And the only reason why he was able to do that was because he used a Jedi mind trick to get Jacob to do an illegal elbow on his own head, which rendered Brundage unable to continue. So not only is Brundage able to stop the unstoppable force that is Jacob Malkin in the middleweight 185 division, he's also a master sorcerer and Jedi master who can convince Malkin to sabotage his own fucking career with an illegal elbow. So what do you think about them apples there? All right. Plus, if you got a KO slam over Zachary Reese, you really think Bo Nickal has a fucking chance? Zachary Reese was the fucking Hazard County wrestling champion from kindergarten all the way up until 8th grade. Every single match won by points, pinned every single champ. Fought 3 5th graders in one night, back-to-back-to-back pins when he was in 8th grade. Now, I know that you're thinking there's a 3-grade level difference there, but these were 3 kids handpicked from the best farms in Hazard County for their credentials at the local rodeo. And you know what? Cody Brundage made them look like fucking amateurs. So the man has got some serious talent that people are really asleep on. And all those people out there saying if he can do it to Zach Reese, he can do it to Bo Nickal, you're fucking mentally insane. And I can't say the spicy R word on here, but you're definitely a fucking idiot. And you really need to consider getting counseling and physical help and mental help to go along with that. Because you're so mentally fucking weak that your body's probably frail and you're probably clacking away on your keyboard right now, actually typing out a response that agrees with all the bullshit that I just fucking said. So I'm going to say something that's still a bit out there, but far more realistic than Cody Brundage actually winning this fucking fight. And that's, I really do offer you this. What if, going along with what you're saying, him trying to make a statement, what if Bo basically is like a cat with a mouse and intentionally makes it go to a decision to showcase that he can go to the scorecards, but it's because he's in complete and total control the whole entire time and he allows it to. And the only reason why I say that is because that's the only thing that even gives you somewhat of a hope of making your money back, because the odds are so fucked on this. You're basically not wanting to really put money on this fight. It's basically like, no matter what, unless you're betting on Brundage, I mean, you're still throwing your money away betting on Brundage, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
A Bo Nickal bet, you're not really making much off this, but if you go by decision at plus 800, what do you really have to lose when you're already not expecting much anyway? You know what I mean? That's just where I'm coming from with it. Maybe Bo chooses to take it to decision just to make a statement, just to really embarrass, like Khabib did with what's his nuts, the guy he set the UFC takedown record on. Let me look that dude up right. I don't think it was Gleason Tebow because that's the one everybody said Khabib lost. But there was some guy that Khabib got pissed because people were shitting on his wrestling or like something about the Russian national team, something crazy. So Khabib got so pissed, he went out and set like a UFC fucking takedown record at the time on the guy just to prove a point. So that's where I'm getting at with this. Maybe Bo Nickal just wants to, have a chip on his shoulder and just decide to fucking, go out there and set a record on some motherfucker's ass. It's definitely worth considering. I believe it was Abel Trujillo. I believe that's who he set the record on for most takedowns in a fight at the time, just to prove a point. So that's where I'm going with that, just because it's at plus 800, just to take the sting off the money line.
Man, the problem is even if Bo tries to make a decision, I don't know if he physically can. I think he might accidentally sub or knock out Cody. Like, he's just so much better. And you don't want to go the sub at minus 120?
I like the sub at minus 120. It's just like I said, my only beef is it's like I said, it's like a Bo Nickal right now, a Bo Nickal bet is just like you're just doing it just for the shit of it. You know what I mean? Like you're not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You're just kind of like making a donation, it feels like to me at that point.
What about a 140, the plus 140 knockout?
That's better. That's better. I get what you're saying. But man, Cody, his dad's special forces, man. His dad's special forces. His mom's an Olympian. This guy was created in a test tube in some secret government fucking cloning program we're only going to hear about in the next 60 years once it's declassified to just be the most whelming fighter born out of the most elite fucking genetic stock you've never heard of.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover old spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.